There's a very well-known, incredible Chinese sage. His name is Chengzi. And he said many wise things. But perhaps one of the wisest 3 words he ever spoke were the 3 words, easy is right. Contained in these 3 words is a vast, vast philosophy. And this is what I love about the Eastern mystics, from China especially. That, you know, because I was a student of philosophy at university, and so I studied what the Westerners call philosophy, you know, but my main interest was to balance that with Eastern philosophy, because Eastern philosophy is completely different, because it condenses into quintessences, whole massive bodies of understanding, and then it leaves it to you to figure out what that really means. And you can only work out these things by living them, which is why the great sages like Lao Tzu as well spoke such condensed words and phrases that have many layers of meaning. And even, you know, through the original characters, you know, they have all kinds of meanings in the Chinese. So we have to just take these ones like this 3 words, easy is right, and just open that up and see what's inside it. Dimensions. And so, you know, whatever I say in the next 5 minutes is just going to be like whatever comes to me, but it's tiny compared to the universes that are in those 3 words. So I commend them to you to contemplate. Take them into your day, into your life, and really get into them and see, how can I apply those 3 words to practical problems in my life today, and how might it change and open up those difficulties and soften those hard edges of my life. So that's my invitation today. And my insights, easy is right. Well, I've tried. I have tried. You know, I have made a great part of my life, as to the best of my ability, revolve around those 3 words. I think you know, they caused me to dive into silence. The easiest way to answer the kind of question, the conundrum. You know, in GENEKEYS, as a teacher, people often ask me many questions. And I do have this infuriating habit of occasionally pointing all the questions back to each person to say, look, my main teaching is called the art of contemplation. If you contemplate anything in enough depth, it will reveal itself to you. So the answer to most questions is look within for yourself, because anything I say, it won't really answer you in a satisfying way. It might give you a moment of insight or some inspiration, but it won't, if it hasn't come from your own revelation, then it won't have a physical impact in your being, because contemplation activates physical, neurological, emotional pathways inside us and opens us up to the universe in new ways, into wisdom, to core wisdom that lies inside us. So I'm not answering this question, I notice, at all, if there is a question, or the meaning of easy is right. It can be misunderstood. I can show you how it could be misunderstood. You know, sometimes you come to an obstacle or a blockage in your path in life, and you've got a choice. And the choice is, shall I tackle this obstacle or shall I walk away? And if you're holding easy is right, you might think the answer is, I'm going to walk away. And if you took that attitude to everything, you would miss many great opportunities and transformational things in life. So there's a subtlety to easy is right, because sometimes it isn't easy, but it's right, and so easy doesn't mean comfortable, easy is not the same as comfortable. So you may decide, I'm going to, if you have the courage, I'm going to tackle this obstacle full on, head on. I'm going to lean into it instead of rushing away because it's something that I don't want to deal with, or it frightens me, or I don't like the look of it, And so when you decide to tackle it head on, then you go through a transformational experience with whatever it is, and it might be very uncomfortable. But if you give yourself to it 100%, that's when you'll unlock easy is right. You'll realize that the thing that took you forwards, that sense of this is correct, actually has led you through a portal, and now you've transformed something that will never haunt you again, whatever the problem is. So easy is right. Sometimes the answer is subtle, because we can't use powerful wisdoms like this as an excuse for our fear, to run away from things, to not face things. And yet it is a fundamental truth that when we are 100% authentic inside ourselves, we move through experiences with ease, even though they may be uncomfortable and they may cause us intense discomfort and pain. We can still be in this flow of ease. This is correct. And at other times, we may come to those decision points. There's an obstacle, there's a way round, or I might just turn away from this one, actually. And easy is right is correct. You go, well, the easiest thing to do here would be just not to go that way. Just avoid it. And sometimes that is also easy is right. You see how deep these things are? The only way you can understand easy is right is to unlock it yourself. That's why I naturally fall into silence, because I can't give you any answers. Because until you come to a decision point, you don't know which is the best way. And there's no good and bad ways, actually. There's only you discovering the easy way and the difficult way. But one thing I'll leave you with. The Western mind. The Western mind loves the difficult way. The more difficult it looks, the more complicated it looks, the more we trust it. The simpler it looks, the more cautious we are. It can't be that simple. Yet the real deep truths of life are that simple. The principles of the universe are beautifully simple. They may fractal out into infinite complexities, but the core principles are simple and beautiful and exquisite. So easy is right is really more about living poetically than it is solving things. Our modern Western mind, westernized, let's call it, mindset is all about figuring things out, figuring out the way. What's my purpose? I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to go on this long GENEKEYS course to figure things out. but actually, I'm going to read this huge GENEKEYS book, you know, and all I've done with my work is tricked you. I've tricked all of you. And, well, maybe not all of you, but I'm an old trickster. Like wizards are like that. You know, you write a big complicated thing and it looks really intricate, and you're like, wow, this must be true because there's so much, so complex. Hooked you, you know, that hooked you. And actually, I say to people, you know, my masterpiece book that I've written is this little book, The Art of Contemplation. It's less than 100 pages. If I came out with that and I was around saying, look, guys, you should read this, very few people would be interested. It's too simple. It's too simple. Easy is right. So, you know, and I'm not saying that the big one is wrong. It's just you have to find the easy path everywhere in life and realize the part of your mind that looks for the complex and creates complexity where there actually is simplicity. So there we are. Probably would have been better if I'd just been silent for these 15 minutes or so. But there it is. Easy is right.